Hi, who am I? I'm Lone Wolf from vfs-read-chunk-size, and this is a second little look at object storage. You know, we're talking about our asset database and how asset databases get bigger and bigger and bigger. And they're a bit of a nightmare, especially if you start running out of space and you have to move your asset database to a bigger server or a bigger disk thing, and then people have to wait for ages, and then they're missing assets, and it's all horribly bad and things, yeah. Anyway, so obviously I wanted to solve this problem with object storage, and that means that we store the data in a different way, basically with objects with metadata, and you can do that using something called rclone, and using storage from my cloud service provider, along with all the 10 VPSs we now have running. We've got 11 robust servers running right now, 728 regions, and it flies, it's really quick. But I did have a bit of an issue with object storage, especially as we started loading a lot of objects into the object storage. It became quite slow to res, so we used to do things like, oh, let's get this out, where is it? It would take like 2 or 3 seconds to res. Let's try to find something interesting. This one is a classic. So this thing here, as you can see, is just resed really quickly, but because it's quite complicated, thank you AMV for such a beautiful thing, which I've disabled the scripts in because it was a bit laggy. Well, it wasn't laggy, it was working fine, it's just when you sat it there, it kept sending messages to your console, to the owner. Anyway, I popped that there. So, yeah, so that would take, as you can see, that was pretty quick resing, but it would take about 3 seconds, and then there would be a slow message on the console of the robust server saying that it had taken 3 seconds to load. That is actually pulled directly from the object storage, just to prove it. So make sure I delete the right thing. I don't want to delete the place. Have you ever done that before? It's most embarrassing. How about server? I think I've got some servers here. Let's pull down a server. Okay, so this is coming straight from object storage. As you can see, it's very quick. And so when I started off, the reason it's normally with these things, it's normally settings, and you'll find in my first video I did actually put the settings down the bottom. Now the problem with object storage, especially S3 object storage, is that it's designed for videos. Now with videos it's a bit different because you don't want to pull the whole video down. So especially if you're paying by the byte or kilobyte. So this S3 object storage tends to pull things down in chunks. Now the problem with that is that it makes, if you've got like a 50k chunk, it could take, you know, ages because it keeps re-pulling the chunks down. So what I found was that with rclone you can turn off the chunking, so it just pulls the whole file straight at once, and that's how we've got really fast downloads from object storage. And that is actually a common issue with object storage with all kinds of applications. People go, why is it so slow when I download it? And I'm just going to res these weeping willows here. There you go. And it's basically because, sorry, they look a bit silly there, don't they? It's basically just because you're using object storage as if you're downloading huge videos or audio streams for people to, or you know, for people to view. So you'll find the settings I'm using. I've popped them in the I'll pop them in the description of this video, and hopefully that will help somebody use object storage. I mean, it really does work. That's all I can say. I've got I right now have got a database growing very fast, as we just had a couple of small grids who've moved over to us, and they've sent me a pile of ores, and they're loading an IAR files. But obviously having 11 robust servers and you know, object storage in place, it's just not a problem. Bring it on. I've got a petabyte free. Anyway, wolfterritories-grid.org. No, it isn't. It's wolfterritories.org. wolfterritories-grid.com we own, actually. wetgrid.net. I think we own that as well. So that's it really. That's all about upgrades to the object storage, a little bit of a fix to make things really faster. So again, if you're a grid owner and you want help or support, or you want to have a bit of a chat, or you just like tea, or maybe eating wolf snacks, that's really cool. Come and see me. I'm here at Wolf Territories Grid, and I'd like to come and see your place actually, because it's always nice to visit other places and criticise. I mean, and see what they're doing and how fast they're running, etc., etc. Have a great day. Lone Wolf, wolfterritories.org. How do I stop this?